Start now. Yep. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbana atina min ladunka rahmatan wa hayyi lana min amrina rashada. Rabbi ja'alni muqima as-salati wa min dhurriyyati rabbana wa taqabbal du'a. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyi al-azim wa sallallahumma ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa atba'ihi wa sallim walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amen. We have been studying the definition of the Qur'an and how we should read it. So we came to this point now. The Qur'an is the speech of the unseen word in the manifest word. This is interesting to notice that unseen word, as far as Allah's existence, Allah is concerned, is infinite. But this manifest word is limited. How are we going to combine it? That's a really challenging question. So when I say I am here, a created being in this world, and I'm seeing the universe is created and limited. Our capacity is limited. The universe is limited, and it is not very clear, really, what is going on in the universe, what is going on in my world. The people are struggling to understand their psychological problems, the concerns, spiritual concerns. So rightfully, we understand that we are here, but the absolute creator is speaking to me now. And how can I really relate absolute creator's speech within the limited world? It's an essential question, but we say God says so, it is okay, but that's all right. But for some people, it's not really okay, because we have to be satisfied. So we are questioning this. Unseen word is referring to the unseen side of this limited manifest world. Does it make sense? Yeah, because when you look at the work done by someone, what you see, the qualities of the one who did it, right? So when you look at it, look at the universe manifest word, we see that the quality appearing in the creation, in the existence of this world, looks like not limited. I cannot say, for example, the power of the creator, art quality of the creator, here in this, manifested in this world, the art quality manifests itself in the universe all the time, continuously changing, but the quality never changes. And the quality manifests itself at the same time, universe-wide, in every and each being. We have to really get this point. So we see that the one who is doing and manifesting his qualities, can you imagine an artwork continuously changing, and in every aspect it is changing at the same time? You say, I cannot really describe this creator in a limited form. So we conclude it must be absolute. If it is absolute, then the Qur'an says, I am teaching you these qualities which are absolute, manifested in this world, and I am giving you a guidance how to understand them, how to benefit from them. That's what we have to read the Quran bearing this principle in mind. Any question? Any?
So we only see the limited qualities
Where?
in this manifested way.
Now, the universe is limited,
Right.
but manifestation of the qualities not limited. Qualities are not limited.
The manifestation of the
Yeah,
quality.
because we understand that yes, universe must have a beginning, must have an end, although we cannot really make sure where it ends. People try to get into the sky. Now they say we are seeing only 3% of the possible existing on the universe. That is 3%. It's a kind of approximation. So still, we don't know, but doesn't matter whether we know or we don't know. We know that by definition, anything created must have a beginning, must have an end, and time-wise and space-wise. Limited, created, needs to be created. So, but what is manifested here, we cannot say that it is limited. The qualities of its maker.
That comes as a conclusion.
That the maker must be an absolute being.
Even concluding about the quality.
Yeah, qualities, yeah. But the Quran says, I am teaching you how to introduce this creator with absolute qualities, manifesting itself in the manifest world. Yeah, I'm happy to come closer so that I can address all together. So, manifest word, that is what the Quran is expected to say. That is why Quran never says how many stars, how many galaxies are there in the universe. It is not the matter. It is not the subject of the qualities or the owner of the universe, introducing the owner of the universe. The subject is introducing the creator of the universe, therefore creator of yourself, you and me. How can you relate your feelings, your spirit, your human side to him? So be in contact with him and understand everything in terms of his being your creator. So you say, my creator is absolute. The Quran teaches this relationship. How are we going to practice this relationship in your practical life in this world? How are you going to understand it? How are you going to refer yourself to him? And how are you going to really make sense of your spiritual existence? Bodily existence is simple. But spiritual existence and relating to him is the biggest problem that we have to deal with. So let me, yeah, any more concern, honey? So I have to go and just narrate a word how the Quran speaks from the unseen word, the absolute word, and presents himself in the manifest world. So here it is, Wallahu alladhi la ilaha illa hu alimul ghaibi wa shahada wa rahman rahim. He's introducing himself to me and expecting me to read the universe and reach this conclusion. And I will see whether I am really reaching this conclusion or not. So let's read the translation of the verse I read. He is God, when introducing himself. It means I am God. Of course, God by definition we discussed before. We talked about it before. By definition is the Lord of the worlds, everything. Owner, creator, everything. Sustainer, taking care of, maintaining. Every single thing is happening in the world, is from me. No one can interfere. That's what the Quran says. So there is no God means this. No one can change the way I am creating, and no one can really have the power to control it and sustain its existence, let alone creating it. No, there is no God means this, actually. So other than him, we can read it for ourselves, other than me. The speaker is saying, hey, I am God. What do I mean by God? There is no creator other than me, and he knows what is seen as well as what is unseen. Look, he knows what is seen that you can observe, you can experience, as well as what is unseen. Unseen here, not God, but I mean, in this context, what you cannot see, but you feel that. For example, do you see the meaning that the universe is really showing it to you, demonstrating who its creator is? Do you see anything physically? No, but your intelligence comfortably concludes that. So that is unseen for you. Your feelings definitely say, look, I need an owner, I need a creator. Yes, come close. So I need a creator. Here I am. Who can be my creator? Can the universe can be my creator? Can anything else be my creator so that I can identify myself? I can interpret, I can really explain my existence in this world? No one, nothing. Everybody is transient like me. Everybody is subject to follow the order of the universe like me. We can do nothing but follow the order of the universe. So if we have this, so he is the Lord of mercy. It means whatever I create, whatever I do is nothing but out of my mercy. And the giver of mercy, Rahim. I mean, the giver of mercy means eternally merciful. It means the universe can satisfy your bodily needs the way I created was, of course, not the universe itself, but I created the universe in such a way that it really provides, I'm providing your bodily needs through the universe. Yeah. But how about the needs of your feelings? Yeah, I want full satisfaction. Where is it? I don't want any pleasure to disappear. But in this world, it is disappearing. Who can provide it to me? That is Rahim, the compassionate, the merciful one, eternally. So we can study this kind of things, but we are just giving an example here, just an example. So in other definition, the Quran is the revealer of the treasuries of the divine names hidden in the heavens and the earth, again, in the manifest world. Okay, try to make sense of this statement, because in other way, while we are reading the Quran, I will come to you. While we are reading the Quran, we have to understand that the Quran is mentioning the treasuries of the divine names hidden in the heavens and the earth. What does it mean, hidden? First, it doesn't seem to be, right? It doesn't. No, the universe seems to be, it is working by itself. But when you say, how come, then it works. When you question it, there is no answer.
Like you asked us, like, what do you take from this statement? Like a little 30 seconds, 40 seconds ago. And I was thinking of what you just said. So it's like pointless. Well, like, what I meant is like, so Allah created this universe, right? And in every single thing that he created, he put some of his qualities on those things.
Yes, but because without manifesting his qualities, the things cannot come into existence.
For example, humans, right? Like we all have the feelings
Mhm.
or the traits that Allah has. Like for example, he has like 99 names that we
Whatever 99 or 101, 1000, but the tree in its existence says, all the qualities you see on me, the beauty, the meaningfulness, the wisdom, how it is provided, how everything is arranged at the same time, they all are the manifestation of its maker. Can you say, for example, if you look at this table, you say, as far as I can see, all the qualities, it is nicely decorated or shaped and very conveniently designed so that human beings can use it while they are sitting now on the ground. So there's a wise man. It's all the qualities you see in the things can be nothing but the manifestations of its maker. Okay.
And what I was wondering, why did you underline hidden? And it made me think that the reason it's hidden is also like, yes, Allah created all this world, Allah revealed Qur'an for us, but it is our job to look for those things,
The hidden side of the creation.
seek that out for ourselves, for our spiritual guidance.
Mhm. To get the satisfaction for our spirit. Exactly. Any question, any more concern? Okay. Shall we move?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, what's that? So, you know the story of Solomon? Solomon. So, Hudhud. You heard maybe in this story? No. Hudhud. No. If yes, no, doesn't matter. Accordingly, I will explain more or less, If you didn't hear it, don't shake. You don't have to, So that's it. This hudhud, the bird in the story of the Solomon, went, but the mission of hudhud is, in this story, its role is to say what is hidden in the universe, to see it, to find it. So some people, some scholars make it practical. He found the water where the water is and let Solomon know. We have to go into details. This is the story. So Hudhud goes somewhere and comes back with this news. It says, should they not worship God who brings forth what is hidden in the heavens and earth? Look, in this way, Qur'an is giving this example through narrating this story, saying that God is the one, the creator. He's speaking now, the creator is speaking now. I am the one who is bringing forth what is hidden in the heavens and the earth, disclosing the hidden side of the universe. That is why this verse really refers to this principle in reading the Quran. So I am the one who is really disclosing the hidden side of the universe. So he also knows both what you people conceal and what you declare. It means in your being, in your own feeling, whatever you say it, you demonstrate it, or you keep silent, your creator, the creator of your feelings, definitely know it.
They do say that Allah is closer than our jugular.
Yeah, that's the verse, in other words, yeah. So it means Yes, 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 no, 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 no. I'm not saying you don't know. That is the best way of explaining it, presenting it. Not he lives within us. When we look at our creation, when we look at our feelings, what we understand from the way we are created, it must have an absolute creator. It must have an absolute creator. So it may be misunderstood by some people, say that he lives within me, but when God is something external to me. No, no, God is the creator of you. So it continues to changing you. That is very important. I keep referring to this point. Universe is not static. What does it mean? It is letting you know that the way the universe is created, letting you and me that your creator has not left you alone. Created, for example, the designer of this table or the computer did it, made it, and it is fixed and left it. Engineer, if you put it down or break it, it doesn't know. Yep, that is a created being. The table is the created being. The maker, the engineer, or the designer of the table is the created being. That is what we can do so far. But the Quran explains to me that the creator of the universe, you should understand it, give us the guidance. You should understand that whatever we say it, expose it to the people, or keep it within ourselves, the one who is renewing your creation now, you know, you are going to change. Did you know that? You are going to become older and older and older. So my famous joke is this: I was even younger than you once upon a time. Look at my case now. So you are the candidate to become like this. Inshallah, Allah give you a longer life, so you can even live in this world, experience the manifestations of your creator as long as possible. Right. So I know you, and that is what he says. I look at the universe, but really, he is my creator, because I cannot create my feelings, my body, and the universe also. Anything of this universe, can he, or can it be the source of existence of your feelings? Power of sight, power of love, sense of fear. You think any of your cells cannot act more than how they are created. That's it. And they are continuously subject to change. Can they change themselves? Can the table change itself? Same thing matter. Simple, isn't it? But when you listen to somebody, oh, look, the nature is working by itself. I don't know how they make sense of it, but you know, there's a way of saying it. Human tongue can say anything, but it doesn't mean that it can be provable.
There's already, when you say, oh, when the people say, oh, the nature doing that by itself to us, right? There's already a fault in it. How, if the nature supposedly so cool and amazing and it's creating itself, how can something can create itself? You know what I mean? Like, unless it's in absolute form already.
Yes,
So
exactly.
Like, I don't know. I was like thinking about it, and I had to share it with you.
Exactly. So perfect. So we have to question, while they are subject to the order, how can they be the source of existence of everything? Because they cannot go out of the way they are created. Yep. For example, your pen. Can it become something else
That is
as they are created, finish. Yeah, so simple. Eh, all right, I think, any more question, concern, anything?
Just a comment, like they say the particle divides by itself. Yeah, in science,
Particle?
divides by itself.
Yeah, is it possible?
Not possible.
Can you divide
Or the
yourself?
cell changes.
Can you renew yourself? You are a conscious being, be
Yeah.
careful, you have free will. But the particles in your body don't have free will.
Yeah.
And don't have intelligence.
Yeah.
And they don't know what's going on around because they have no knowledge and inequality. How can they do that? So they seem, what it seems to be is the way of just saying it. Yeah, no, we don't really, it doesn't make sense. But the Quran says, be careful what's going on in you, and be careful who is the owner, the creator of your feelings. Yeah, of course, we are given the freedom to use them in this way or in another way, but it doesn't mean that we are the creators. While we are using this way or another way, what we do, we should never forget, follow the order. So without following the order, we cannot do anything. Always we should remember this. Okay, I will move. Okay. All right. There's another word. He is God, the creator, the originator. The God is introducing himself. What does it mean? It doesn't mean that you have to imitate me. God is the creator, God is the originator, God is the shaper. That's what Quran says. No, Quran says, look, I am giving the news. I am the creator. I am the originator. I am the speaker, shaper. Look into the universe. See, any part of the universe can have this quality. That's what the Quran is invitation. Look at the universe in order to understand who is the creator, who is the originator, who is the shaper. So the Quran generalizes it. All most beautiful names belongs to him. Of course, when we say beautiful names belong to him, yeah, that is what Quran says. But we have to say, what is the beautiful names? What the Quran is teaching me here, all the beautiful, perfect qualities manifested in the universe belongs to him. If you say, this, for example, this being, I shouldn't give an example of a human-made thing. It may confuse, but look at a bird. Now, look at the bird. Which kind of qualities? Look at the, for example, feather of the bird. But if you look at it under the magnifier, you say that they are all perfectly designed, colored nicely, changing according to the position with the reflection of the sunlight. Oh, the perfect art. Look, you qualified, you pointed out one quality that belongs to the creator, that the Quran says. Is it really? So the alternative question is, can it not happen by itself?
That's right.
Or is there anything that who is really designing it? I was traveling on a bus, and there was a young girl, innocent, like yourself, innocent, with a good intention. He had a cage, not a cage. Is it cage? Yes, cage, and a bird in it. But this bird was a kind of parrot, or it's not parrot. There is a special name, but very colorful, best design. the girl was really loving it. It's really protecting it. I said, you know, I am an older uncle. So I said, my daughter, it's the way the culture speaks in this way. My daughter, who painted this bird? She was a young, she frozen. She was frozen. How can she know? Now, of course, if she was coming from a religious background, you say God or Allah, they say Allah in universe-wise language is Allah. So Allah, yeah, but we have to conclude with rational activity, rational confirmation. Nobody, the Quran says, nothing can be the source of this beautiful design on the bird, but the one who is creating it and continuously changing it. It means, as you said, it is within me, means he is ever present in my existence, presenting himself to me. That is what means the most beautiful names belong only to him. And how am I going to read this verse? To read it in this way. So Quran says, let me introduce myself to you by pointing out what my work is telling you. Here, this is what I said, and I'm going to give you the prospectus, user's guide, and in user's guide, it says, I have made this part of the machine to function in this way. How can you confirm it? We need to confirm, Abdullah. How can we confirm it? And the Quran says, let me tell you how. This quality belongs to its creator. See if you can explain it in another way. If you can, most welcome, go ahead. No one can. But you can speculate, and it might have happened accidentally. It might have happened by itself. These kind of interpretations all of you keep hearing. So Quran is challenging, no, you cannot prove it, but you cannot really demonstrate it, but universe is my demonstration. So combine it. Everything in the heavens and earth glorifies him. What does it mean? Declare that everything in its creation, my source of existence is the one who owns this quality manifested in me. That is called glorification. In the language of the Quran, glorification is tasbih, subhanallah. Yeah, it means my creator is perfect, lacking nothing. He is the almighty, the wise. We can continue the same reason while you are reading. You're reading the Quran, and always when we read the Quran, we have to relate it to ourselves. Saying, he is saying this, the creator or the Quran, the speaker in the Quran, it's telling me this, how can I confirm it? Not how can I learn from it? No, learning in order to confirming it. Whether to confirm it, whether you can confirm it with the qualities that you have been given, or doesn't make sense. What shall I do? I don't know. Forget about it. So we have to use our free will. We cannot imitate the message of my creator, but we call it what is one of the articles of faith is to believe in the book, yeah, in the hereafter, in God, in angels, etc., prophets, in the book as well. All right, perfect. What does it mean to believe in the book?
with any book, let's just say, how can you fully understand the book if you're not, for example, not reading it or not like paying attention to every single sentence and what it means, like meaning like quote unquote annotating, like I'm talking about like academically, or like how, for example, you can't just like pick up a book, read it and say, that's it. This is it. This is my evidence. This is it. No, it's up. We like any person with knowledge would
questioning
question it. They will try to find evidence and they will seek it out. That
and confirm it. But the conclusion, we have to conclude that this book tells the truth. I am sure of it because I reasoned, I questioned, I got the evidence. Which evidence must be what? Evidence must be you can have the sign of truth in it. So if someone says, you know, oh, when you multiply the big number, huge number, you can sit closer, Abdullah, or you are not a stranger. So this, if you multiply 3 million something number to another 6 trillion, the equation is this. Can you just believe it or check it? You have to see what? To prove it. So that you can confirm it. Without confirming, you don't say, I believe whatever you say. It is not belief. It is just a simple knowledge. Okay. I think we can move or any more questions, concerns here? And we will go step by step, giving more and more examples. Inshallah, we will be satisfied and then learn how to read the Quran and for which purpose we have to read the Quran. We say we should read the Quran in order to confirm so that the belief in the book means whatever the book claims that I am the speech of your creator, I am the speech of the creator of this universe, go and confirm it, whether you can really confirm it or not. Accordingly, you say, as you said, I mean, it's a beautiful explanation. It was a beautiful explanation. When you read everything in it and then say, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Nay, but I have the evidence here, especially the universe and me. That's why within my own capacity, I can confirm it. That is called to believe in the book. Not necessarily that or really usually understood. The Quran is our book, a sacred book. You know, we have to respect it and we believe in it. Have you read it? Have you really went through it? Have you questioned? Did it make sense to you? No, it's really beautiful. Allah is speaking there. I mean, it doesn't mean that we are denying it, but at the same time, it is questionable.
People say, like, not trying to say, like, some people are not like, okay, here's the thing. Let me explain. Sorry. So, for example, let's say there's a young person who read Quran once, right? And they said, oh my God, like, this is amazing. This is the best book I ever read. Right? And however, when you ask them questions, so what did you learn? Most of the time, like mashallah, they read Quran. Like, I'm so happy for them.
Yeah,
like, when you ask them, what did you learn? Like, what are you taking away? They usually have a hard time to answer that question.
That means
that
we have to. You know what? Our principle is not to criticize others, but related to ourselves. That means we have to really read it and get into it, right?
That's what I was on to ask.
Yeah.
Like, how can we help?
No, we have to do it and present our example to them and say, look, how I concluded, that is the way it should be done. Share other people if they are happy to listen to you.
How do we know that our conclusion about Quran is correct? Because everyone
that
has
is
different
Yeah.
interpretations, and they have different point of view depending on like where they come from and their childhood and everything.
you are responsible. You and I are responsible within our capacity. So, if you can say that is the only right answer, but with evidence, you are satisfied. That's it. No one can guarantee what in fact the truth is, because truth is the creator of the universe. He's an absolute being. We cannot have any access to it, right? It is obvious. So what we say, I am convinced, but if someone has not studied the Quran and went through it and followed the principles of reading the Quran, didn't do that, of course he has every right to ask the question. How can I say that? Then we have to change the language now. How can I say that what I claimed, I cannot, not what I could, but what I proved within my capacity, what I claim it is true, you are right. You cannot claim it. You cannot be sure. But, okay, anybody else? Can I ask you? Very, very complicated mathematical questions. Yeah. What is the equation of 2 plus 2? Sorry? Are you convinced? Sorry, why not? Yes, you are convinced about it. So, how can I know that my conclusion was right? Within my capacity, I cannot accept any other option. And I have proved it. Huh? 2 plus 2 makes 4. Let's say, follow the mathematical rules. 2 plus 2 come together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly. Finish. Proof. Evidence. That's what Qur'an. Keep saying ayah, ayah, ayah. Referring to these verses of the Quran, ayah. Familiar? Familiar? Right? Sentence. Language. So another one is referring to every creation in the same Quran. Every creation is an ayah. The same, because they are pointing to the same source. When you read the qualities in the created world, in the creatures, beings in this world, they are pointing to the reality that their creator must be the absolute one. That is one. And the Quran also says, ayah, for what? The sentence I am, let me turn it off completely. Yeah. So Quran also says, what I am saying, what the universe refers to. So I am the creator. I'm telling you what the universe, how the universe speaks to you, which kind of message it carries to you. So we see that what the Quran is saying seems to be a challenging one, but Quran says, look, what am I saying is witnessed. You can witness the truthfulness of what I said by looking at yourself, by looking at the creation. This is my work. So if a person says, I am the maker of this table, if I see him making the table, I say, yeah, I confirm you. How? Because of the evidence here, table. So you are the maker of this table? Yeah, because I've seen you, but we didn't see God making the universe. But the universe is existing in such a way that none of the parts of this universe, either by itself or by referring to another part of the universe, can be the source of the things that exist. Is it clear? A bit long sentence it was.
Yeah, can you repeat it?
Sorry?
You need to repeat it.
No. No, I cannot repeat myself the problem. Reason it, conclude it,
The
and finish.
example of the bird is easier.
Sorry?
The example of a bird is easier to understand. So if you look at the feathers,
Yeah.
how are they made?
Yes.
The design,
Yeah.
form.
I cannot, can you refer it to anything? The stars made it, or the sun, the light beams coming from the stars and made it, designed it in a perfect symmetric way. Symmetry is very much emphasized in the Qur'an. With the zawjain, if you are familiar with the language of the Qur'an, there's couples. We created everything in couples. Of course, we understand boy and girl. That is true, but it's nothing, almost nothing to do with the universe-wise evidence. Everything is created in pairs. So have you look at my bodies, so perfectly harmoniously working with each other, my hands, my legs, and my eyes, and my ears. So making a perfect sense, functioning. That is amazing. So in a pair, this ear, while it is developing, it must know this one, so that let's work together, man. Let's function together. Do they have any quality to communicate with each other? Or they just exist according to how they are? Here it is. For example, let's say, or today's Muslim, today's table, yes? Do you see that this leg of the table can communicate with each other? Only the conscious maker, and the conscious maker designs and chooses them to be like this, and knowingly really making in pairs, working together and functioning. For example, one leg is there, the other is not there. What happens? Dysfunctioning. If it is dysfunctioning, the maker is a bad maker. So the universe is in every aspect like this. Right. I think we should either push and go a bit further. All right. The Quran is the key to the truth concealed within the lines of events. It means the lines of events continuously. We see that the universe is as if fixed. Nothing is disturbing us. Everything is perfectly, and that's it. That's how I am, we call it. But do you notice that when you say that is how I am, in the second moment, you are changed. That's not how you are. But who's changing it? You are getting older. Now, when I was young, like yourself, I thought I would always be like this, but no. That is what very misleading. So please, if you feel this, don't trust this feeling. It is just misconception of your reality. So continuously changing. Who's doing that? So we have to understand. Quran is the key, the truth concealed within the lines of universe, the lines with the sequences of the creation. That's what universe at first looks like static. It's not static. Everything is continuously changing. But you don't, this building is not changing. No, come here 100 years later, what will happen? Oh, it is destroyed. Old-fashioned building. Now it's a more modern building, looks like it, but old-fashioned building. Every building, never forget, I make the joke, for example, my phone, my previous phone, not this one, so it stopped working. I said, I went to the iPhone store, Apple store, and just, it is pointless, but I made a joke. So no, it's not working. Believe me, when I bought it, it was brand new. Everybody buys brand new. You see, everything is changing. Yeah, but my point never crosses, people don't understand usually. So, but you do, because it is within the subject now. It is out of context. So that was an out of context joke. He said this old man doesn't understand about it. Yeah, okay. Really not really. So what is going on in this seemingly static, but in reality continuously dynamic universe? Which kind of meaning it is revealing to me? Which kind of message is conveying to my consciousness, my intelligence, my feelings? What is it revealing to me? That is, Qur'an says, let me tell you, what is it revealing? So you will look into it carefully, you will understand that I guided you correctly. For example, teacher comes to the class and says, if you do this equation in this way, you will get to this conclusion. And you say, how can I know? Okay, try this one, try this one, try this one, try this one, guides you. And then you reach the same conclusion. It's, my professor really knows what he's talking about, and he's a good teacher. But after being convinced, we have to be very careful. Without being convinced, we cannot confirm it. At least you keep it in suspension, saying that, look, I didn't have time or opportunity to think about it. Let me think about it, and then I will confirm it. But if you don't know what you do, for example, what's your profession? Anybody? Your profession? Anyone? Something? This well-known profession? Anybody? No profession? No, you have. Yeah, you are shy. No, you. So, okay. Let's say I can ask this guy.
Sure.
Sorry?
Yeah, you can use me as an example.
Yeah, what is your profession?
Software engineer.
Software engineer. Okay. Very, very
Intensive work.
the functional nowadays. Yeah. Okay. How many years have you studied?
Quite a few.
Just think about it.
Yeah.
Give me a rough number. 2 years? No. Okay. Primary school, foundation, high school, college, master. Do you have?
Yeah.
Well, okay. You see what? An experience?
Yeah.
For how many years? Quite a few. So, and then you say, I know what I am doing. The Quran says, look, what I am telling you, now go through stage by stage. Investigate, you will reach this point. That is the guidance, which direction you have to take. And without conditioning yourself, investigate it. Quran is challenging. Whatever I say, use your reasoning. Ta'akkalu, tafakkaru. So, tafakkahu, ulul albab, this kind of language, or all of them says, think. but conclusion must be, oh, okay. No, how can I stop this guy? Okay. The conclusion must be what I told you. You will reach it. I guarantee you. I am your maker. By the way, I am the creator of your mind. I know how it works. That is why the engineer says, one day, Mr. Ford, who is the inventor of the engine, this Ford something, yeah, found somebody's car stuck, not working by the road. Yep. And he stopped and came and said, because he is the engineer of the engine, you know, something was wrong with the engine. And he said, do this, okay, all right, this one needs to be fixed. So try now, it worked. The man said, how did you know? And the Ford says, I am the designer of this edge. So Qur'an speaks like this, but demonstrating it. Without demonstration, just a pure claim doesn't mean much. Because you come to me and say that, you know, I am the best guitar player. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes. Or I don't know. But how can I make sure that you are the best guitar player? How can you make sure? An idea?
Ask him to play.
That's it. Work speaks. The word by itself is nothing. Action that matters. But it's correct that the context-wise, action is the proof of what you claim. That's what the Quran should be read in this way. Let's move. Yeah, sorry?
It's like doing an experiment. Like first you bring up the hypothesis.
And then exactly. Thank you. So this verse is also explaining this principle in the Quran. To him belongs the keys of the treasures of the heavens and the earth. As for those who rejected the signs of God will be the losers. Why? Because they didn't they didn't look at the signs of God. So that is what really explaining the previous. This principle. Okay, the Quran is the sacred map of the words of the hereafter. It is what? Quran is the really map of this universe, showing what is what in the universe. But at the same time, map of the words of the hereafter, because describing what is hereafter, by the way, the next creation. Next creation means what? What I want. Yeah? What I learned at the end of my life experience in this world, and then the result is what I'm going to practice. So that, you know, you study, and then graduate. What is good for it, in it? If you are not, for example, study, and then graduate and die and disappear from existence. Why do you bother? What is it good? But everybody studies in order to get a profession and apply it in his life, correct? So we are studying, we are students in the school of the universe. So we are learning here. What is good for it? We die and finish. For me, seems to be. But why am I giving this opportunity to learn in this universe? There must be a purpose. After graduating from the school of the existence of this universe, I have to experience what I learned, practice it. Yeah, my profession to practice. This is the hereafter. The next creation, we call it simply, we call it really hereafter. So Qur'an is gives the map of the hereafter. In fact, map of what my conclusion is as a result of the experience of this world and my feelings desire. So what do you desire? For example, will you be satisfied, let's say, with a house, but you have to pay rent, beautiful house, you have to pay bills and you have to maintain it. You say, if only there was no rent, there was no bills to be paid, and there was no burden of taking care of it. Do you desire this? To have like this, a house? Enjoy it. Yeah, it is what I want. And is there such a life in this world? Is there? No. So, but the desire is here. Desire is here. So, what this desire requires, necessitates, if there was no news from the Qur'an, how can we really be sure that really the creator of this universe is going to recreate that in a completely different form, where, as far as I developed my desires, I will be satisfied with? That is what the Quran says, describes it in the following verses. Here, the people of paradise today are busy, happily enjoying themselves. So that is what my feelings desire, and the creator of the universe really manifests. They and their spouses seated on couches in the shade, that's what we want. And I think the key point is this, as the creator of these feelings, the very existence of these feelings proves that these are nothing but promises of their creator. Giving me the news to me, yeah, saying that, look, since you desire this, I gave it to you. What does it mean? That's what I'm telling you, who I am. I am the one who is the creator, who is the creator of this feeling. This is the desire. And if you look at the creation, you conclude that really I can really provide it for you, right? I can really give it to you. How can I make sure? Look at the universe. Its creator is absolute, infinite. He can create with no limit. Because if I conclude that he is an absolute creator, absolutely powerful one, absolutely knowledgeable one, then he can do it. Since he gave me this desire, it means it is his promise. So I can, so they will have fruit and whatever they desire, and peace will be there. Greeting from merciful, Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. It's a beautiful verse, letting me know that if you really educate yourself to learn who I am, then you will entertain and enjoy peace there. How are you doing? Perfectly satisfied. How about yourself? Oh, really? I cannot imagine beyond this.
But in order to have all of this,
Sorry?
but in order to have all of this, we need to earn this. We cannot just have it for free.
So there's a problem of understanding.
We have to earn this.
Yeah.
You cannot get it for free.
We have to work hard.
How do we know this? Because we are given these senses, we can't giving the intelligence, we are, what am I saying? We are given the universe as evidence, we are hearing the news from the creator, from the message he sent. They all combine and converge on the same point. So when I really go through these stages, then you deserve it. For example, you attend the class, did your assignments perfectly, learned everything. Now, will you get it? Yeah. Will you get the degree? Yes. Right? You will get the degree. So when you have the degree, what does it mean? You will be rewarded accordingly in your further life. Exactly here also, we have to work for it. Otherwise, it is not free ticket to paradise. There is no such thing. We have to work here. But it is another question, but it's not our subject. Do we really deserve the eternal peace? We are just struggling maybe once or twice a week, joining an halakha and reading here and there, half an hour, 1 hour a day, if in the most, to think about it. So we don't deserve it, but okay, I acknowledge and I am needy. Please give it to me. I can just ask God to give it to me. So in order to be able to ask God to give it to me, I have to be...
you have to know who is God.
if he can give it or not. So be convinced. One step further, Quran is the proof and clear interpreter of the divine essence, attributes, names, and functions. Now think about it. Any question? Do you have any questions? Clear proof, the proof and clear interpreter of the divine essence, divine qualities, attributes. But different thing, Quran says Esma, the certain wisdom scholars says that the attributes, and essence means really what really God is, should be, and functions, how he really demonstrates himself to me, right? So let's, any question here? Okay, he is God. Another verse from the Quran referring to this principle. He is God, the creator, the originator, the shaper. The best names belongs to him. Everything in the heavens and earth glorifies him. He is almighty, he is wise. He's introducing himself to me. Yeah. Quran is the explanations of the wisdom of the mighty human being, which is Islam. What is going on here? Islam is equal to mighty human being. What does it mean? Human capacity can only be satisfied with the news that the Quran provides. And the Quran claims this and challenges. Can you find any other way of satisfying yourself, your explanations, explaining your existence, your qualities, your needs, etc.? Can you really find another way? Is it possible? Find it. But Quran introduces the creator in such a way that universe witnesses this is true, and your feelings confirms this is true. That is why explanations of the wisdom of the mighty human being is equal what the Quran is teaching. It means human reality just fits into what the Quran teaches. Did you understand? Or is it clear? I'm hurrying.
You are hurrying.
Sorry?
You are hurrying.
Heavy.
Hurrying.
Hurrying.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to go and start the story of Adam. So there, maybe.
But you're saying the human quality, human being fits within all the
all what Quran
But that's what I
teaches.
do.
So you can equate it.
Yes.
Yeah, for example, conclusions of my feelings is equal to what the Quran is teaching.
Whatever my human side tells me is equal
Yeah.
to whatever the Quran
Yeah.
message is telling me.
So those people who identify themselves or who present themselves as humanists, now, are they saying doing something wrong? No. But where they are missing, one point they are missing. These feelings are given to them by their creator. If they don't accept the creator, they say these feelings are what makes me, right? So let's go one more. And revealed to God's servant what he revealed. The servant, but this is a very important verse now, this 11, Najm, chapter Najm, verse 11, 53rd verse. The servant's heart, you and me, servant means really up to you and me, the created human, conscious human's heart, did not give the lie to what he saw, what he heard. So no, it can't be. This is the description usually the classical scholars understood it in what happened, the ascension of the prophet, Miraj, they call. So, but in fact, in my Miraj, in my ascension to the truth, my heart, ma kadhaba al-fuadu ma ra'a, my heart cannot contradict or reject what we are experiencing in this world, what we are hearing in the message of the world. That's what the creator is saying. What am I supposed to do now? Is it so? Let me examine it. Let me think about it. Right. Yeah, this is something similar. The Quran is the instructor of the world of humanity to guide and urge them to prosperity and happiness. So Quran says, if you follow me, you will be happy within yourself. Not to confuse when we say, are you happy? Yes, I have my car, I have a house, and I'm married, I have 2 children, lovely. That is one side of it. Humanity is a different side, and humanity looks for an eternal satisfaction. So prosperity and happiness in the teachings of the Quran is eternal satisfaction, infinite satisfaction within your own expectations, within your own spirit, right? Let's say if there is a word, he is, it is he, God is again introducing himself, has sent down clear revelations to his servant, to his created being, but in particular here the prophet, but we are hearing it now, so that he may bring you from the depths of darkness into light. God is the Yah, so that you will really find a solution for yourself. Find a solution for, you are desiring this and you are really struggling within the doubts. No, it is the solution. So the Quran says, I am the solution. So he may bring you from the depths of darkness into light so that you will be comfortable, consistent within your existence. God is truly gracious and merciful to you. The one who created you with these needs, he will really definitely and must satisfy them. If only you ask him, acknowledge and ask him. If you don't, there's no. Okay, all right. We stop here. Inshallah, next week, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So I know the time is squeezed by I think we got some sort of gist of the message that how we should read the Quran. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim wa akhiru da'wahum alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin bi hurmati sirri surati al-Fatiha.